Good morning on what is a grey, overcast and slightly chilly day. I am back in the Read Nook with another title released for free RPG Day, which happened this last weekend on Saturday the 16th. And the title I'm looking at is for Pathfinder Second Edition, and it's Threshold of Knowledge. Now, in previous years, Pathfinder has supported a free RPG from the beginning, and it's always been one of their one of their release for it has always been one of the more popular titles. One of the people that really want, because there are lots of fans of Pathfinder out there, and for many of those releases for the Pathfinder game, they have essentially given titles which look at, well, basically tell the adventures of a bunch of goblins, and they've basically it's their adventures have been told over the course of sort of like the best part of 10 years of a free RPG Day. So, but Threshold of Knowledge is a little different. We see it has human characters, I believe it's probably an elf. So let's have a look. On the brink of greatness, a Pathfinder adventure, Threshold of Knowledge. Okay, let's have a look. The graduates of the Magyama are known as the greatest wielders of magic in Galarian. Now it's time for a new group of students to take their first steps to the path to greatness. In Threshold of Knowledge, you take on the role of 5 students from the prestigious Magyama. I'm sorry, I apologise for the pronunciation. The oldest school of magic in the Inner Sea region. When a teacher goes missing, it's up to these new heroes to step up and solve a wicked mystery that threatens the existence of the Magyama itself. Threshold of Knowledge is a short adventure for first level characters that takes the heroes into the Magyama and the nearby city of Nantambu. In addition, the 5 pre-generated characters provide a quick way to jump into the adventure right away in this exciting offering for free RPG Day. Grab some dice and some friends and play the role of new heroes in training. So, the thing is, these are always quite short adventures in comparison with a lot of the other releases for free RPG Day. So, this adventure runs to 16 pages. Well, let's have a look. 5 of those pages consist of pre-generated characters, but the production value is always high. It's full colour, glossy cut cover. Not always a feature on a lot of titles for the day, and great maps and great artwork throughout. So here's location, basically did 2 map locations for the scenario. Really clear, nice maps on the inside, and then we get to the adventure itself, which essentially you've got quite a bit of background there to read through and digest as the game master for Pathfinder, and then we leap into the investigation itself, starting with the teacher Ott's office. Obviously, he is the missing, or she is the missing teacher, and this here, essentially, we are dealing with essentially this the inherent archives of the magic school. So you've got the offices of the teacher and so on. And so essentially they start off with lurking in his office, the reshelving room, and they're searching the room. Basically, it's classic sort of investigation, and they've got a basic idea of where to go next. And then we're following clues to get to the second location, which is Conbussa Canal, which obviously has basically some cave sort of like tunnels off its side as well. And further exploration there, an encounter with this character, Nadaja. There we go. Or and discover what she has done with the missing rescuing teacher Arch. She's a sea hag. So essentially, and then we have an adventure toolbox. It's very, which is just one page, and that lists things that the player characters can find. So we have items and scales. So we've got seeking bracelets, beaded bracelets. This pair of an even larger in the centre. They're magically linked and only interact with the counterpart of the same pair. When you crush the largest bead to it, it creates a mental alert in the mind of the wearer of the bracelet. It works at any distance. So yeah, so basically a one-shot magical item. So of the player characters in here, we have Ikeen, who is a female elf monk. Page, female human fighter. Okay, a female gripply rogue. And these are all fully statted out. You've got a nice bit of background, description of a breakdown of their attacks, and it's all really kind of easy to read on the page. You know, so skills, all the attacks, the background, you know, that's all nicely done. So that's then at Ufi, who's a human cleric of Tianar, and Zayn and Kundi, a male human sorcerer. Yeah, I mean, so you can see the production values on this are really kind of high. So with this, I'm not quite sure which supplement it's particularly promoting. Let's have a look. But essentially it's designed for use with the rules from the Pathfinder core rulebook and the Pathfinder bestiary. And typically these sort of like these releases focus on a particular kind of setting, which is obviously here is the inner sea, and basically an African style setting. It takes elements of that from what I can see. It'll be quite interesting to play because that's not always best covered in role playing over the years, and I'm sure they do a very good job of it. And this adventure itself, basically, this is really a one session scenario, and I think you could play through this probably in sort of like 2 to 3 hours, something like that, as it's fairly short. You know, depending upon the experience of the players, experienced players are going to play through this very quickly, and that's fine. You know, that would give them, and I mean less experienced players who play through this in sort of like the longer 3 hours, a good taste of what Pathfinder Second Edition is like. You know, is essentially as one of the sort of basically prime alternatives for obviously playing D&D 5th edition. But yeah, again, anyway, so this is Threshold Command, which is a really nicely done title for Free RPG Day, which again, high production values as you would expect from Pathfinder from Paizo, and I look forward to digging into that soon in a full review. I'm going to do review a couple of these a week as I go along and work my way through them. So this came courtesy of Fanboy 3. Now, Fanboy 3 isn't my local gaming shop. I was able to patronise my local gaming shop. I'm surprised that I have one, and pick up some titles from them for Free RPG Day. I hope you were able to, but I want to thank Dave at Fanboy 3 and Heidi for packaging these all up for me to review, and I'm doing these unboxings, essentially these overviews, as a bonus, which will go onto my channel. So yeah, thank you very much, and I will be supporting Fanboy 3 when I visit next month for Grogmeet 2021. So I hope you had a great Free RPG Day on Saturday, and you were able to play something. I were able to play the release for Dungeon Crawl Classics, which unfortunately wasn't able to didn't make the boxes to be sent over to the UK, which is a big disappointment because I know fans are waiting for those. But I did play it; it was a lot of fun, and that'll be appearing on the Goodman Games YouTube channel in the near future. But as to Threshold of Knowledge, review of this coming soon. And lastly, okay, I hope you've enjoyed this overview of a free RPG title. If you have, please click the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I appreciate you posting those. And finally, if you want to be alerted to more of these free RPG Day title reviews or my unboxing videos, where you'll see me sit here with a gaming title or book and so on, basically roughly 10 minutes, basically talking about it to the best extent of my knowledge, all accompanied of course by a nice hot cup of tea, then do please hit that subscribe button. Again, thanks for watching, and I will be back again with another free RPG title review tomorrow. Bye for now.